Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of our Pro League tournament in the blue color. This is Cars and Cameras. He's playing as Captain Cutter. On the other side of Vault, we've got in the red Rockgeneration playing as Serena. Interesting USC mirror for this one. Let's see what direction he takes it in. I'm actually not sure how you play this as Serena on this particular map. It's so big. And your hero is so slow, it's definitely gonna be tough. You can lock down the map somewhat with your eyes. Anyway, the prize pool for this one is £325, so yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Multiplied by like 1.35 at the time of recording or streaming for US dollars. These two players have been just pretty much neck to neck throughout the years, but now CarsandCameras has had a short-term dominance spree. Let's see if he can keep that going for a little longer. Usually, you know, at the top, people come and go. Rockgeneration has had like the longest run so far. So it's cool to see Cars taking over a little bit. EOD has kind of fallen off the map in recent tournaments. I'm not sure what's happening, but EOD. He used to be here as well in the finals all the time. But yeah, maybe the draft format hurts him. I don't know. Like, he really likes to rely on Isabel and Arbiter and that kind of stuff. The buildy leaders, right? He's known as the builder. And you can just ban those leaders now that you fear the most. Rockgeneration going for a double barracks. Holy crap. Yeah, this is going to be some heavy aggression then. But CarsandCameras is kind of ready for it with the Spartan coming out. He'll supposedly have mines as well. If he gets an anti-infantry turret, he's definitely fine. Ice cream truck is coming as well. So Rockgeneration is looking to essentially just freeze down that main base of CarsandCameras. There's definitely not going to be any jackrabbits. There are, however, a bunch of Hellbringers. So he's trying to meet this out on the map. As the Cryo Trooper slow things down with the production here. Gonna be a pretty crazy best of 7. These guys could only ban one leader each. If I recall correctly, it was Forge and what was the other one? Pavium by Rock. The Pavium ban is really interesting. I don't quite get it. But yeah, neither leader will be available. Everything else is in play though. But they're distributed between the two players, so you can't pick Cutter because Cars has it as Rock, right? So if you're Rock, you're Serena, but Cars can't have Serena. Serena system, it just makes sure that there's no mirror matches. Lots of variety because of the bans as well. You don't get your typical Forge this time. Usually it's some other leaders getting banned. But anyway, the fighting begins. The Hellbringers usually perform better here, but if they're chilled, they're losing quite a bit of their damage. That's the nerf effect that these guys are providing. I gotta say, Rock is holding down the fort very nicely. The extra snipers are doing work too. Pretty sure I've seen one earlier. Oh, there it is in the garrison. That's nice because all these rallied units from Cars are just getting absolutely blasted here. Of course, the Marines getting slowed by the Hellbringers also is rather annoying for them. That's another pick-off right there. Rock's on 3rd point already. That's crazy. Well, he's making buildings, I guess. Those watchtowers will be helping out against any ODSTs trying to create trouble. Armory is still up, interestingly enough, for Rock. He's been pumping units very hard. No time for a second extractor, generator rather. Cars has made his. But here's Rock. Looking to freeze things over. ODST is nearly ready. That's a danger moment for Rock, definitely. If the Spartan gets a good slam and then ODSTs follow up and do satchels, or rather the other way around, dropping ODSTs, Spartan slam, then satchels, that could be devastating. The ODSTs are coming now. Oh, Rock managed to pre-detonate the mines without them doing their full damage using the icicles. That was very nice. And he's avoided the ODST satchels in general. But does he have enough firepower to take on the ODSTs and the Spartan, who's currently actually in the garrison? Cars forgot about him for a second. This might work out very nicely for Rock indeed. Where's his third point? Wait a second. It's supposed to be like a drop turret. Where is it? He didn't use it there. But all that economy freezing operation is now over. Wait a second, where's the drop turret, dude? Good micro on the Bison, by the way. That's really nice to see. Cars' snipers, however, picking off every single unit that comes out, and the satchels will detonate the base now. So that's gone. And Rockgeneration just has to kite this infantry army away. Sniper earns a star. Takes down the other sniper. That's really good value there. Bison forcing the infantry into the ice. And still kiting very nicely. Those additional shots also doing so much damage, picking off individual squads very, very well. Ooh, Cars dropped the mine a bit prematurely. There's the drop turret. It was a weapon of final resort. It would have been so nice though in the main fight. It picks off every single unit here. That's cool. Ooh, Rock does need to be careful with this Bison. It's not ready yet with the shields. Don't do it, sir. Okay, now you can go. Shields are back. Holy shit! What is he doing down here? No way. Against the cutter with when all you've got is a Bison. Oh, this isn't gonna go well, is it? Cars, in fact, already has back the power nodes. He's got 3 power nodes. That's so good. Oh, sorry. Serena's third point is heal, isn't it? And the shatter. Drop turret's 4th here. So there was never gonna be a drop turret. I'm sorry. Shows you guys how much Serena I play. But yeah, heal would have been nice on that Bison, right? The moment Rock hit it. I'm not sure what he picked, actually, because of this. Haven't seen the chill mines. It's basically gonna freeze over, isn't it? How did this happen? I'm sorry, Cars had so much stuff. Where is all his stuff now? Who ate all of Cars' stuff? Give it back to him. I'm so confused. How did this happen? Great dodging on that Spartan, by the way. That was so impressive. It's hard to keep it going, though. Okay. Cutter drop turret there. Base is still gonna freeze over. That is so many cryo troopers. Holy cow. Well, this is certainly done. It's very well defended now as well. We cryo troopers everywhere. 1 star on the Spartan is achieved. There's finally a second turret too. This should be outside of the chill zone as well. Rock's still not tier 2, but I think he's working on it. Or is he working on it? No, he's got a 3rd base, man. This is insane. Like, he's really running away with the economy. Cars in tier 2 though, and working on potentially tier 3 in a moment. Big drop. There's no turrets here. Well, let's see if Rockgeneration has his big drop ready anytime soon. I think not. Oh, he does! He does. He's working on the Spartan. Might be able to freeze it. He kills it outright. That's insane. Great kill on that Spartan for sure. And so far as Rock can just get that turret, that's all he needs to not lose the Bison over here. A few more shots. One more. Ooh, it's so close to losing the Bison. Oh my god. Okay, he's fine. Cars' base is nearly destroyed. Rock loses his 3rd as well. But the base here should honestly hold Cars' drop at bay, I think. Even with the extra ODSTs. He's now knocked down Cars to just 1 base. And the shields are back for the Bison. This is insane. How did Rock turn this around? It looked like he had nothing. I don't know where he found the units, but he did. That's what happened. It was real. I was here. Heavy cryo cannon is happening now. So hard to recapture these power nodes, man. Oh. Time for Cars' base to freeze over again. Drop turret will certainly help clean this up. But there is some healing. It's not much, but it's something. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. With Archer missiles, it's so much easier. The freeze was just a little too slow. So ultimately, Cars' main will be safe. And his big drop is doing work around the map, taking out mini bases and whatnot. But Rock is now swapping into infantry, surprisingly. Is this the final? Oh yes. Got a bit of a Winter Wonderland ultimate. Cars' base is frozen again. It hurts so much. And another freeze. Oh god. Okay, now Cars can go tier 3. Bison is back. So many Marines. It's getting combat thingy. Combat engineers. Combat Tech, that's the name. Well, those Kodiaks are getting shut down by a turret. At least one of them. With the slowing effect, it won't be able to get out of this. Well, let's see if Rock can make another push happen again. There's a lot of defenders this time, so it's not gonna be that easy. Cars also has his drop turret ready again. These drop turrets just keep coming back so fast. Kinda crazy. And when you have a mini base rich map like Vault, so easy to afford it too. Ooh, close air support. Cars is really pushing out with this one. He won't be able to also afford a drop, but he doesn't have the population for it anyways. In fact, he didn't get that upgrade. He's getting an infantry upgrade right now, not even tier 3 or anything. That's good weight, he says. Spending on literally anything else he can. Anti-air turret now. With all those Nightingales, it's understandable. You gotta get rid of that. Too many smokes coming up. If they are in play, Archibus is a good start, then the anti-air turret should be done momentarily. If it doesn't get frozen, it will be able to take down the Gales. Good smoke hit, of course. It will still get frozen under the smoke. Oh, there's Wolverines. Nice. Wow, Cars just super cleaned that up. That was crazy. Technician, thank you so much for subbing. Appreciate the support. The tank. Wait, another drop? No, these are existing Outbringers with the dispersion losses upgrade now. Nice little counter attack there by Cars. A little more of this and Rockgeneration is in serious trouble. Right now he can't deal with this army anyway. I mean, he's got this back single turret unupgraded and everything. The tank will be going down, it seems, but what about all this? Doesn't look to me like Rock can deal with it. Sure, the extra watchtower is nice, but Cars just casually walks out of it, right? Ooh, gets another Cyclops in too. Rock loses his base. Oh, this is turning around very quickly indeed. Is he mostly just Marines? I think so. I really think he's mostly just Marines. That's not good news. Because if Cars keeps coming at him with ODSTs, the Spartan, tanks later, and he gets all the bases like this. Whoa, how did he do that? Nobody expects the Cutter Warthogs. Of course, a lot of this is about the 2-star Cyclops, guys. You know, the ice cream truck doesn't like that very much. This Cutter's a pretty good leader. Certainly Cars will have to keep making a few armies though. It's not over. But if he gets all those bases, he can do whatever he wants. He can go vultures. That's definitely an option. Hey, what happened to the health bars? Is that a full health Spartan there? I guess so. Why isn't it showing? There it is. Okay, archer missiles once again weakening the base, but Rock is trying to heal it up, but there's so much stuff happening. Dispersion also, all the SDs, no way he can hold that. That's resignation, ladies and gentlemen. Cars had all the map anyway. This was just the end. Here we go. Game number 2 is here. CarsandCameras will be playing as Colony. We also got Rockgeneration, who's bringing Jerome to the table. Well. Certainly you got a very nice setup for Jerome with the extra powerful snipers against the Hunter Capitano, so I wouldn't super strongly advise to go for the Hunter Capitano in tier 1 here. What I'd say you should do is skid choppers and Goliaths. That should hold its own. Of course, if it's mass Jackrabbit, then you go a bit heavier on the choppers. The Jerome Jackrabbits are the best Jackrabbits, but I mean, skid choppers, that's a tough matchup for even them. So the way you end up beating it is essentially chilling on top of your mines with your hero and baiting them in. Having grenade marines in addition to your hero. Then you can transition into mastodons. Add some snipers later. Actually, Cars get both of the minis. This is a raid camp very early on, so he's looking to be the aggressor. Might not be about choppers at all. Jerome is out, but guess what? Actually, the Goliaths can do some decent work against that hero. Question in the chat, how long do these games go for? Well, we do have a 1 hour time limit, but your average match is more like 20 minutes. Less than 20, oftentimes. Really depends on what strategy the people go for, but we do have a hard time limit of 1 hour that people can't really exceed. Like, if we hit the 1 hour mark, whoever's ahead gets an admin win. And of course, if it's not obvious, like if they have the same amount of bases, we allow like one last fight to see if they can change the situation. But yeah, we call it. We might call it a draw if it's very equal. Oh, CarsandCameras just walking over the mines there. That doesn't happen very often. Well, he knows exactly what he's facing. Rock isn't gonna go into any traps like an early second generator after that small victory. He knows he needs to play out this tier 1. This is a very heavily armed tier 1 army. It's got shrapnel rounds on the choppers. Oh, crashing into the hero is weird with the Suis. As I said, the hero has to sit on the mines. This is exactly what they gotta do. It's a little weird though to see the Mantis placed on his own mines, because now it's getting targeted by these AoE boys and they're just detonating the mines from a distance, so it's much harder to pull it off against them. But hey, the Mantis is quite threatening already as is. We'll take a little bit of shooting at the mines. Oi! Another chopper goes down. Yeah, actually, you know what? Rock is holding his own here, definitely. His micro in the Mantis is good too. And Jerome is okay, he's ejected. But he's facing off 3 of these boys. Holy crap, the AoE of the Hellbringers is hitting both. CarsandCameras has to give up. Perfect defense from Rockgeneration, pretty much. The only thing that was weird was dropping the Mantis on his mines. Everything else was perfect. This is how you do it. Nothing to add. CarsandCameras, blue color, Anders. Rockgeneration, red color, Arbiter. Here we go. So, Rift. It's a very standard map, but it's also very turtly. There's very little narrow pathways, right, that you have to follow. So there's really not much room to get into bases. The defender's advantage is huge. And to pick late game leaders here is really the standard move. So Rockgeneration, I think, has the right idea with Arbiter, but nobody said anything about not being able to break through. And Anders excels at that. She's got decent late game of her own, up to a point. But she's got the Super Sentinel. That Retriever is able to just end games at the 10-12 minute mark, depending on where it exactly lands. Can just do so much damage over time if you're microing well to keep that alive. But if you let Arbiter go to the deep late game, you're in so much trouble. However, Rock has other ideas for this one. He's not going to play defensive from the get-go. He's getting Enforcers out. He doesn't want to play the Anders shenanigans, maybe. Even looking to get the Arbiter at the same time. This isn't just about cleaning up that stolen mini base. No, this is way more than that. He wants to hit back after. Not a defensive Arbiter at all. I even think that the Arbiter might be crossing the map right away, while the Enforcers just fight. And Rock will have an Enforcer advantage over the Hellbringers. The Hellbringers technically are better for fighting, but hey, if there's more Enforcers, they'll win. I mean, look at that stasis. It's so impactful here. You just gotta be careful to not stick stack your units, otherwise the AoE will hit them all. But Rock doing great here. And was that previous game truly over? Is a question in the chat. Yes. Absolutely. So Cars could have waited for Rock to come over and destroy his base, yes, but I mean, why waste the time? These guys know. The man lost like 2,000 resources for killing a handful Marines and Hellbringers. That was not good value for money. Jerome was gonna get veterancy. And so on. Anyway, for this one, Rockgeneration is now going across to hit back hard. Let's see if CarsandCameras can prepare for this in time. He does have 3 upgraded Jackrabbits already. More are coming. You have to have a lot of Jackrabbits to really work against the Arbiter. Is this the grand finals? It's just normal finals because it's single elimination today. But yeah, best of 7. We're here for the big one. Pro League doesn't do double elimination. It's very cutthroat in every way. Sir Liam with the resub. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. That's what I said about needing a lot of Jackrabbits. Sometimes the Arbiter just turns around and cleaves them in half. Goodbye, ads, he says. Yeah. Unfortunately, we need that to fund the tournaments. There's just too much costs. with running this project, so we have to also have the ad revenue. So, Rage Mode RB going nuts. Really going to town with those rabbits, man. Oh my god. Anders does have the drop turret, but it gets missed. So it will do some damage. A lot of these grunts will die. Jackrabbits are actually body blocking them. That's very nicely done. It's exactly how this should work. Rock won't be able to get across the map to do damage. And he only has the one turret. He's going tier 2 behind this. Of course, the Arbiter can just dodge these shots basically forever. But he can't attack from a garrison because, well, he's a melee hero. Interesting idea to stasis himself. It will provide a little bit of healing. A lot of the Jackrabbits are actually getting taken down here. Oh boy. That's doing a good job. And now he's tier 2. He'll soon be looking to upgrade his Arbiter, then he'll have another source of conduit of rage. Well, it's separate, but still. Really good vehicles. Do you see those little jitters that he does? He will throw off the projectiles. Like they're going a certain direction where he used to stand, right? With a little bit of tracking on that for moving targets. But if he changes direction entirely, then it will go off in the old direction. As if he hadn't moved. That was very nice. Now Rock will be forced to, of course, make a handful of hunters. It's not what he really wants to do, but he'll do it. Cars will very likely follow up with cars anyway. So, time to make some anti-cars. The upgrade's done, so no longer needs the War Council. Picking up a mini base here and there is definitely doable. So I think that's a good idea by Cars for sure. But how will he defend this? Well, he's gonna get the Spartan out with Hijack. And then double Hellbringers with Dispersion Nozzles, maybe? I think he might need like Mass Sniper, to be honest. Like seriously, get out like 5 snipers or something. Protect him with Warthogs, keep ramming this guy. That might work. Hellbringers, I'm not so convinced. It seems like a healthy unit that he can siphon health from with this. His rage mode is insane. Such a good ability. Then there's these guys getting dropped in with their upgrade installed and 1 star and boosted with Conduit of Rage. That's just insane. Of course, ODSTs can't have a star, can they? Oh my god. But this is fine. CarsandCameras on the other side hitting the mini base. I just don't see how he ever cleans this up. He's not making cars. Forget it. I think he's toast. He has to bring the rabbits back. There's no other chance, but they're not enough. There's hunters in here. Oh boy, he's gonna lose the base. And with that, the game. Rock ending it quick. That's just nasty, dude. The turrets are working so hard, but they're getting out-healed. Hellbringer's doing a decent job, but Cars knows this base is gone and lost. Rockgeneration is up 2-1. Very nicely done. Maybe he can get his revenge on Cars today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on Badlands. This is going to be a map about mobility. CarsandCameras bring a shipmaster to the table. Expect a lot of ghosts. The other side, Rockgeneration. Bringing Isabel. Similar story, expect a lot of jackrabbits. So Scout Wars have begun, and I think I gotta flip the player card so that nobody gets confused with this layout. So the ghost should be able to beat the jackrabbit, but I'm not sure if it's going that way. The idea is here the grunt hops into the garrison, so you have the ghost free to chase the marine and cause trouble. Doing massive damage to that. Holy cow. The sentinels actually might finish it off. Holy cow, dude. CarsandCameras doing work there. But meanwhile, his grunt is losing to the rabbit, so he's got to be a little bit careful there. Unfortunate for Rock that he didn't stick around to finish off the grunt. That would have been very nice. But instead he's just getting the mini base, which also works, and then he can come back later maybe. But no, he's not doing that. He wants this mini. And Cars is gonna steal his. So in the end, Cars wins out still in the minis. Losing one marine as UNSC so early on is still very rough. And not getting the big middle power, also very rough. Cars just absolutely running away with this resource gathering operation here. And now he'll make more ghosts and Rock can make rabbits. And those ghosts are... Oh, wait. I'm not even sure it's ghosts that we're making here. It's a war council. And let me tell you that Honor Guard is not easy to micro against with jackrabbits. The jackrabbits just generally don't have a huge range. And this guy is almost as speedy as them, so it just gets in, slices them in half, and oftentimes, depending on the animation, it just takes one hit. Nice takedown there. So you can't make mistakes with the jackrabbits when you try to defend against the Honor Guard. Not really. Okay, so Cars isn't hurrying up with a second generator whatsoever. He's spamming out a lot of grunts. So he's not going for the ghost business. And Rock obviously is going into jackrabbits. That's just to be expected here. But being up free the two minis, that's the big deal. You can't make that many jackrabbits. And meanwhile, the grunts are absolutely crazily capturing this area. Which might actually be better than just going ghost, to be honest. It's a lot of extra economy right there. Garrison's buying a lot of time as well. And it looks like the jackrabbits are getting baited into a fight. They certainly don't want to take this. So if the jackrabbits just chase the grunts here, that's buying time for these guys to finish off the mini base, but I think that time is now up. And the Honor Guard has to get to work. Oof, as I said, one slice, one kill. This hero is insane. Super good against jackrabbits. Look at that! It even does AoE, right? So if it lock unit coming out of the base, they'll all go down. Now Rock has like what? A handful of jackrabbits, some of them holograms. That's not good news for him. He has to recycle the base. Rock behind this. Still making rabbits. He has a second generator. Cars still does not have a second gen, but he does have a third power node being captured. So So that kind of acts as his second generator. As soon as a hero loses the shield, you of course disengage from the rabbits. You don't want that business. And you just pull back behind all the grunts and let them do the work for a moment while you recuperate and then jump right back in. Of course, if you can afford to recycle this war council and instead get an apex for some engineers, that could be rather nice. Get those engineers to support the grunts, then they can fight the rabbits so much better. Oh, second turret, not a bad idea, but I think the hero has to... yeah, it's coming back. Cars has got this under control. He's working on the next power node as well. Great dodging game. But, yeah, Cars still needs a little bit of help here. The beam is not a bad idea at all, and actually he hits the real jackrabbits quite a bit. Turret still... Oh, that's a sensor tower. That's not a turret. Cars. Why are we making a harvester? I'm pretty sure we need a raid camp here. Get a hunter out. But hey, if the micro is on point with the hero, that alone can do a lot. Of course, it is getting upgraded, the hero. Rabbits are struggling to take him down with all these leader powers supporting. Great Wiggles. Woo! Upgrade is through, but he doesn't gain back his shields automatically. You have to work for that. Holy cow, dude. He is so brave just fighting this directly. The grunts are counter-attacking. There's a base getting grabbed on the other side. He has absolute power node control. He has grunts in all the middle. He has grunts in all of these garrisons, and he teleports out. The rabbits are chasing after that honor guard, knowing that this is their only real chance to kill him. They have no idea where he went. He's too fast. He runs like the wind. He has the shields back. Even though the drone was shooting him, it's too late. It's gonna be extremely difficult for Rock to hold on to dear life with this base. He needs a healer. But he's also not working on healers. So unless we're gonna see restoration drones, this base is going down. Even the honor guard alone would be able to finish this, I think. Lots of jackrabbits here to defend, so the grunts are definitely toast at the same time, but that's okay. As long as the base goes down. That certainly seems to be the case right now. 3 jackrabbits left. 4, 7, no, half of them are like holograms. That's fake news. Another base coming up also. Oh my god. Jump back brutes. And hunters. Okay, yeah, that's tough, man. That's really tough. Matt Hat is raiding us. Thank you, Matt Hat. Appreciate you. We're in the finals, so you guys are coming in just at the right time. Holy cow, that jackrabbit army is getting cut down so bad. Look at the Wiggle Micro. He's dodging every shot. So cool. Can't dodge the Warthog shots, of course, but the jackrabbit shots, I mean. There are so many hunters now. Spirit support still not in for Cars, but I think he can afford it now. We should see it momentarily. There it is. So this is gonna make it so much harder to engage. And actually the hero got a little bit of healing from the NGs. If that continues, it's basically impossible to dislodge him. There's Warthogs now, a lot more firepower, but there's also like several Hunters. And another beam comes down right on the Nightingales when they need to heal the base the most. Both of them are gonna go down. Rock picks an emergency restoration drones. But that's only gonna do so much. There's brutes now on the base. I don't think he can stop what's happening. The engineer's also creating so much trouble. The Spartan Slam is very nice, but that's a 2-star hero here. Can only just extract if really necessary, but I do think Cars has enough here to tear the base down still. Or does he? Oh my god, is Rock gonna hold? Why is that brute attacking the turret? Oh, yeah, that's happening. Sorry, Spartan. Not sorry. Has to get out of here. Why is nobody shooting the middle of the base? Oh, there's no brutes now. Cars is working on it though. He didn't forget. He just ran out of units. He's gonna try again. There's 2 anti-infantry turrets though. Maybe the honor guard is gonna give this another shot. Yeah, Rock won't be able to hold this, will he? Oh my god, the smoke. Could have hidden the base, but the timing. Just not right. That was just not right. So we have a 2-2 situation. We are gonna get at least 2 more games. Game 6 is guaranteed. We'll see about game 7. Welcome everyone to game number 5. CarsandCameras is bringing the Johnner to this one. On the other side, Rockgeneration is playing as Decimus. So yeah, pretty serious business. You know, with Vortex, you should be able to basically shut down the bunker and everyone in it. And then you jump on top with Brutes. Then that shuts them down again for a moment. And then you break it. In theory. And then you get your hero. You pull the enemy hero, Johnson. Then you slam. It's a lot of potential right there. It's a lot of potential. Not to mention the chain stunning with brutes that's possible. And then later you get bounded stuff. It's very, very difficult to deal with. But if anyone can do it, it is Johnny. There's no particular mini-base stealing action. We've got a hero 5th. Coming up, the Jackrabbit will be looking to steal the top mini base, but Rock already does have a sensor tower, so he might be able to get... Oh, right in the face of Cars. That could have gone very differently if Cars doesn't prioritize his own mini base, though. Maybe he can get this bottom one, though. He can definitely get that. Oh, he's not interested. Interesting. I guess Bandage is just too tough to rush. But yeah, probably not worth it. Just waiting for the last building of rocks here. Yeah, it's just a raid camp. Oh, he means business. This is actually very surprising. That's a very, very, very distant raid camp. Third raid camp? You are kidding me. There's no way. I think he's recycling. No. He's training. He's serious about this. That's just a harvester. Interesting. So maybe the idea is CarsandCameras probably wants that back mini, right? To surely bring the hero around. And then all of a sudden you're here with like 10 brutes. It's not a locked base or anything. I think Rock would have probably done a local rally point down here. I know he doesn't need to. He does have a local rally point in the bottom, next to the Cars mini base. Three raid camps. That's the stuff. Johnny's not around to help. He's working on power nodes. This could really bite Cars. He has to bring that boy home. But he already has 2 power nodes and working on the 3rd one. That's pretty good progress. As long as he doesn't keep losing more mini bases, he should be fine. This is all Marines in there, I think. Yeah, pretty sure about it. And you know, the brutes are actually pretty good at handling the Hellbringers as well. But once the Jackrabbit joins in, that's turning around and becoming quite one-sided there. Oh, nice slam on that. The AoE damage of the brutes actually taking out the healing beacon. Pretty big deal. Rock will be losing his stolen mini base. Cars is in fact so comfortable he just made a 2nd gen. No turrets, no nothing, just the one. A base. Wow, he's mega comfortable here. Another bunker. There are so many now. It'll be pretty easy to lock this down. Once Cars builds a few more Marines. You can just pretty much have them all over the map. Protecting the power nodes. Grunts won't be able to take this. They always prefer to fight. Yeah, 4 power nodes coming home. 1 star. It's a very, very nice Johnson hero. Cars working on tier 2 soon. This is one of the aspects I really like about Johnson. This healing beacon is just so useful. Out in the middle of nowhere, you can just heal a mini base. Don't need combat tech Marines just yet. So now how do you handle the Johnny? Because it's gonna be bunker after bunker after bunker. Then again, Rock is tier 2 himself. He doesn't have an extra base. If he had an extra base, I would say, okay, the brutes are gonna be super scary with dark skies, right? But I don't think it's gonna be that simple. Johnson Hero gets a lot stronger too. And there will be now Mantis to help defend. Or are there? Wait a second, Cars isn't working on that anywhere. In fact, it's just all infantry. So you could really double down on the bunkers. But the siphon is in, which helps a lot against these grunts, of course. I mean, the Hellbringers help a lot against the Bandit Siphon grunts. Because this is what happens when you don't have AoE. They just keep regenerating at the threshold. It's really annoying. Man, the way Bandit Siphon works is just... No. All the units should be gaining a life leech, not this animation linked bullshit. This was a mistake. You've got a few units in Blitz that do it like that. Those work correctly. Okay, there's the tier 2 Johnny now. Picking off reinforcements super easily there. And yeah, you know, the bunker is great, but by itself with just 2 units inside, yeah, this is too much. Dark Skies OP. Maybe the counterattacks, these little denials of new bases, that's where it's probably at, I think, for Cars. He can still do some work here. But dude, Rock is just kind of overwhelming him. He's now getting active Siphon as well on his troops. Didn't expect that. Do we have Vortex? I haven't seen Vortex all game. Okay, CarsandCameras has infinity resources now. It can make all the buildings ever. Generators for everybody. Well. These brutes are Giga Chads, but I think Cars is holding his base just fine. Might struggle with the mobility of the brutes. They can be just in so many places, right? But other than that, everything's fine as long as he has the big free bases up. It doesn't matter if Rock even takes all the minis. This is all he needs. A ridiculous amount of generators, and he's working on this one now. More Hellbringers. He's starting to tear down Rock's minis. And Rock can barely afford this. He can't really hold on very easily. This is very expensive for him. Of course, he dropped in Decimus just now, so that's a part of that. Oh, here we come. And the infantry turret getting wrecked. My goodness. 2-star Johnny. Ooh, Cars might be running away with this game if Rock is not doing something very quickly about it. Got some startup brutes himself. That's pretty cool. Wait. These aren't siphoning turrets. What the hell did Cars do? Did he go heal first? I guess he must have. Brutes are all over this. I think Cars has a handle on it. He might lose some generators on this side, but it's okay. Or is it? Rock has all the minis now. Tides might be turning very quick. Oh! Oh, the base! Even though the beam is coming in, the Warlord is still a baby. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, he's getting upgraded. Rockgeneration's base is still so weak though. The Hellbringers are so spread out. The Engineer. Move it to bubble. Oh my god! He's saving it. There is no way. Oh, the Wolverine. The Wolverine. But he stuns both of them. Holy crap. There's no bubble shield now, but the Engineer's still kind of out here like, EMP back. Engineer's dead. The base is gone. Oh, Rockgeneration is in so much trouble right now. Holy cow. Zero is dead too. Unless he does just as much damage. Cars might be losing this base. But the other one seems to be fine. This seems to be fine. He's starting to take over mini bases. This game is going nuts right now. Man, if he had used that Decimus defensively, that would be so different. But now, Cars is kind of running away with this, isn't he? He's not tier 3 just yet, so that's the only thing left in Rock's playbook, that he does have tier 3, but I don't think he can really do much with it. Bonk, bonk. Wasn't the hero. Wait. No! Not the 2-star boy. Come on. Imagine if Car had a bunker, but he has no money. Car no money. Car no get bunker. We only have communism over in Johnson's base. There's no such thing as free stuff. People want things for their services. Oh wow. Well, how the tables turn. Cars is in actual trouble. Like, he might not be able to defend all these bases against the brutes. They're just a little too good. Hellbringers tickled him. Very slowly might take him down, yeah, but... What is going on with that bunker? Oh, they can't see. They can't see the smoked base. Or cloaked base, excuse me. There are no snipers for Cars. He needs some. Urgently. He will never be able to shoot that base. There is one. Put it in the bunker and we're Gucci. Put it in the bunker, otherwise somebody will pull it. Oh, that was a really good beam there. Boiler might just finish them off. Okay, there we go. It's a 1-star helper here. You are kidding me. Well, these 2 heroes are basically impossible to dislodge without like mass sniper. That was a perfect shield juggle as well by Rockgeneration. He's not playing around. Vortex is coming in to just nerf the armor of everything here. The bunker will be crushed now. EMP Mag Blast helping as much as it can, but it's not much. Ooh, the beam level 2 is just wiping out the 3 Nightingales. Brutal. That was nasty. Car still has 2 bases behind this, by the way, but now Rock has a small mini base lead and he's getting this one down, definitely. He's got really good population and Cars just doesn't have that. What's going on? I think he might have had too many production buildings. Yeah, guys, look at this. Armory, barracks, generator. He doesn't have supplies, man. Barely does, at least. Well. The 2 heroes are farming big time. This is gonna get ugly. I'm not sure Cars can take this. The free building Ponzi is falling apart. Okay. 2 anti-infantry turrets. It tickles the heroes a little bit. Just a little. I don't think the brutes can 1v1 the turret, right? Okay, let's watch closely. Holy shit, he's healing it. Ah! You are joking me. I'm not allowed to watch the 1v1. Well, the 2v1 definitely works, even with the heal. CarsandCameras is about to lose the base. Decimus making the comeback. 2 heroes with 2 stars, ladies and gentlemen. There's no messing around here. Dude, Rockgeneration, what is this? Oh, he's all over this base already. Wait, these guys have rage. Oh, Vortex rage. By rage, I mean fury. That was nuts. Rockgeneration. He's showing Cars the door with that one, but there's at least one more game that Rock needs to win to truly do that. That was a great start, though, for that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in what could be the last game, but CarsandCameras does have a really strong pick for this map here. Mirage. Atriox is the leader, and that's gonna be very difficult for his opponent Rockgeneration to handle, who's bringing Yap Yap. So it's not over, definitely. There is the possibility that Rock can handle that hero, but Cars has a huge play available to him here. Rock will have to utilize Methane, Heavy Grunts, and Grunt Riders in order to try to beat the hero, and Cars can meanwhile be all over the map with the jump routes. So that's, I think, a big potential lever for Cars to pull. But of course, if Rock just gets mass Grunt Riders with Methane, that is going to be so difficult to handle. So, you know, there's a limit to what that Chosen can do. You will need tier 2, you will need Rangers, and so on and so forth. But yeah, the Chosen is a great opener here. Rock getting the middle mini. Car looking to get one more. Oh, he gets it. Oh, wow. Rock just didn't have the resources yet. Many cannon fodder getting queued. Still, Rock does have 3 minis coming up. He can't go hero himself in tier 1, that would never work. But yeah, what I said is what he has to do. There's no aggression from this base, obviously. You just run into the hero and get shot down. Map's too big for a direct rush. Against Atriox at least. Oh, that Grunt's gonna get it. Now this Rock gets these 3-star boys. They throw pebbles a little harder than the others. This whole capturing operation isn't working the way he wanted. We've got the first of the Brute Riders out. More coming. Heavy Grunts, maybe? Can't see it, but here we can. Yeah, lots of Heavy Grunts. I didn't see them having EMP, however, so that's probably not coming in. Not anytime soon. Anyway, the mini base of CarsandCameras will probably be destroyed. He's trying to make some units there. Suicide Grunts, it seems. Very nicely done there. Stun the brutes. Did some major damage as well with the suicides. There might be more. Oh, cleanup. But he loses the mini base. That's, I guess, entirely expected. But he's got the Chosen and also working on the base at the same time, but that's a bit harder to hold. With also brutes attacking that. Pretty quick distance between the mini bases. And Cars is now upgrading the second generator, just finished. Rock hasn't done that yet, so being behind as Yap Yap, not great. And especially when CarsandCameras can maybe put together multiple bases already. Especially not good. But hey, he destroys this one with the help of methane. And there's quite a bit of boys here. So if they make it to the main, that is hugely threatening to CarsandCameras. Might be even tournament ending. But there are 4 turrets. So Cars is definitely set up to try and defend this. He just has to be very, very careful not to lose that hero for nothing. Yeah, he's being very careful, but I think he missed the army. Rock is taking this unconventional path behind the rocks. So it's at least a little bit hidden. And he might be able to distract Cars with his frontal attack. Cars, by the way, just cosplaying EOD right now, building all over everywhere with fortifications. And Rock is respecting it by taking out all these extra bases, but with the hidden army, he can do so much. Is the methane shot coming in, or... Oh, he needs to do it because this thing is about to explode. The debuff is gone now. Anyway, the Chosen is somewhere out in Narnia, so that's not very helpful right now for Cars. He won't be able to defend that base, definitely not. Even with an engineer, if it came out. No, he just sells everything. He's still losing the extractor back home, but that's a pretty bad raw deal for Cars. And he might even lose this one. Oh my god, Rock is actually picking him apart. This Chosen should have been in close proximity to the main and the closest expansion, but in fact, things are getting worse as Rockgeneration calls in the next set of boys. Sure, half of them get beamed, but I'm pretty sure they can maybe destroy an extractor or something. Maybe not. The turrets are actually behaving very smartly here. Nice one. Another car space getting wrecked. Just so difficult for him to keep any of this going. Oh wait, the beam! The Chosen is one of the few heroes that's fast enough to actually dodge it, so that didn't work out. Very expensive little operation there for Rock. But oh my god, he's tier 2 and Cars is tier 1. Oh, has Cars overspent on trying to expand and then losing every base, of course. That's a disaster right there. Oh no, no, no. Once the free goblins come out, this Chosen can't fight free goblins. There's no way. But I think Cars might finally have a base for himself. Rock, of course, does as well. So Cars is really ahead, just by a little bit on that base, but not having tier 2, obviously a disaster. A disaster. Rock at 70 pop. Of course, a lot of it is chaff in the form of cannon fodder. Root time. Of course, Cars will be in tier 1 for a long, long while. So strap in. Oh, the wrong boys are capturing. These guys are taking forever. Should always be your core infantry, like the heavy grunts. Chosen does find the goblins. That's not going to be a great time for them. They're not upgraded yet, you see. So yeah, one goes down very quick. Ouch. Yeah, Cars kind of is waking up. Starting to be able to do some damage, but he's still in tier 1, only now reaching tier 2. His first priority must be to upgrade the hero, definitely. Just running away from this for now. Another yap drop. This time, the gobos are upgraded to tier 2. They have the short storm launcher. Lots more damage to be expected. Methane almost nullifying the effect of the engineer bubble. But still, that healing is definitely felt. The engineer bubble is now gone, but we have engineer bubbles for Rock. We have some invulnerabilities for Rock. There's a massive healing from the gobos. Yeah, that did nothing, that beam, but the suicide grunts might. Very smart by Cars to not engage with them while that invulnerability is on. Crashes into the heavy grunts, but they're so tanky they can just almost take it. Now the gobos are going after the Chosen. They're getting buffed as well, of course, by the methane. Oh, he's choosing to heal the base. Wait, what happened here? Did the brutes do that with suicide grunts together? That's very big. Nicely done. Oh, Chosen gets beamed to death. Oh, that is so unfortunate for Cars. He had almost everything that he needed to defend. Maybe he still does with the brutes. Dark Skies coming in if he can just hold on to dear life for a little bit longer. Then the tournament can continue, but oh, this is so close. We even have a Locust now. Looking for some trouble, destroying the raid camps. That was Cars' only production. Oh my god, he's now relying on engineers. I'm sure there's gonna be a drop at some point again by Rock. And you know how good the Locusts are together with methane. Just get insanely powerful like that. Yeah, there's a lot more of those coming in now. But Cars does have this extra base. He's not in a terrible spot. He can definitely play this out. There's gonna be 3 Locusts now. There's one up north. This base is definitely gonna be threatened on the way there. Ooh, that's 3 of them, not 1. That is a lot of freaking Locusts. You get up to like 6 or 7, his base is very, very quickly going to disappear. And Rock's still pumping. Cars is mostly matching the population count, but it's like all brutes. Can they really deal with the Locusts? Is he looking for an eradication? He's really probing this with the brutes. It's very difficult to pull that off against Yap Yap because you just drop in your shield. So you kind of have to do it on the base. Yeah, it looks to me that Rock just does what he wants now with those. But he's got to look out for the brutes. Cars can do a lot of damage in the main base, as Rock only is now getting the shield. Actually just in time. There are 3 turrets, so that should do a lot of defending there. Still no vehicle upgrades? That is shocking. He has the money. Wait, Cars is counterattacking with the brutes. Oh my god, Rock has this. Oh my god. Disaster. Wow. Okay, I don't want to call it, but we might very well go to game 7 because of that. He's out in Narnia right now. Why isn't he fighting the close base? No, it's like full of anti-vehicle turrets, but the Locusts outrange that stuff. Great beam here, cleaning up all the brutes, leaving only 2. Well, if the base trade is very, very solid, then maybe Rock is fine. But he's like sending back too many. He already had this. So there must have been a beam here. Cars will lose a base as well. But he has this one. He's had it for a long time. It doesn't give him much economy, but it allows him to focus on economy with the other stuff. Ah man, Rock is being so very defensive. It takes forever to the Locust to cross the map. Yap Yap doesn't have teleport. But at least he's keeping the bases down here. I will say, when you have that many Locusts, the beams work very nicely against infantry. What happened here? Oh my god, Cars has high ground vision. That's wild. And Rock has 2 armies now. But ultimately he has to fight this at some point. It's on him to do damage. He needs to do it now, or he will just lose to mass whatever. Could be Banshee. In fact, Banshee would absolutely crush Rock right now. There's not a single Reaver on the field. Tier 3 Chosen's coming through as well. No stars on him yet. I mean, he did die earlier, so it's a reset. Whatever play Rock makes, it needs to be soon, and it needs to be really good. Destroying some mini bases is not gonna cut it. Yeah, you guys would be right, he can't just leave home either. He's 100 pop now. He's gotta do something. Cars is just 73, this might be his chance. I wonder if Cars is realizing that his mines are disappearing. Right side is cleaned up. Now the left side. Wow, those engineers doing a lot of defending here. Oh my god, he will actually get this base down. Cars frantically recycling everything. We'll lose the Hunter, of course. And now vehicle level 1 is in. You can tell by the 4 blocks on the HP bar. for the Locust, it's normally just 3 at the start. Another Hunter pick off. And if now the armies can converge on this base, Cars actually still hasn't sent out anything to counter it. I don't know what is happening. His tier 3 is making Wraiths, that's what's happening. It's very expensive to do that. But if his whole army was just to... I think Rock doesn't know how weak Cars is at this moment. If he knew, he would just do the big A-move fight. Please don't shoot me. This is perfect. Yeah, if he gets him to follow even just a moment longer. Oh no. It's disastrous for Cars. Oh my god, Rockgeneration might have pulled it back. He hasn't lost any units. He's methaning the base. The shield disappears within moments. And Cars has to do like a level 3 bulwark to try to save his base. It's so bad. Oh my god, the engineer bringing up the shield. It's not enough. The Locust damage is way overwhelming. Even the Wraith gets absolutely melted, and now he's striking the main at the same time. Car still has the outer base, but so what? Rock is annihilating everything in his path. The Locusts just keep kiting. There's a handful Wraiths. There's a hero, of course. Eradication is the only hope, but Cars has no money. Oh no, that base has nothing on it either. Could this be it? I think Cars' tournament life might have just ended. Rock needs to be careful not to over-focus the base. Oh, he just beamed everything! Holy shit! Cars' hopes and dreams evaporate in the space of a few seconds. And now his hero is gone too, and his base is next as no one is left to defend it. Rockgeneration takes the tournament 4-2. His revenge on Cars and Cameras has been fulfilled. Partly because Cars took blue, that's Rock's color. GG. We want to thank our website patrons. This is by far the best way to support MetaPlays. Your contribution helps keep the project sustainable and allows us to produce more and better content. If you aren't yet a patron, check out our link in the description and get in touch to collect your perks. We will see you the next time.